Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. You know what? We're going to see who you are. Who are you? We're going to look at you with the Shadows of the Middle Ages Oracle deck, and then we're going to get into the tarot. And I'm going to specifically ask who you really are, how others actually perceive you, though, what others mostly get wrong about you, and how this affects you in relationships, Taurus. How this affects you. All right, bovine babies. I think it's my favorite nickname, actually. It sounds so cute. A bovine baby. Every time I say it, I see a little Highland calf. So cute. Okay. Who you really are. Karma. Jeez. All right, then. Okay, so your karma. How others actually perceive you. The sun. Whoa. Goodness. This is going to be quite the reading. All right, then. All right. What others actually get wrong about you? Goblin. Either you're a goblin or you're not a goblin. I don't know what the karma. Oh my gosh. You know what I'm kind of getting the vibe here? Well, I don't know why the sun, like, they think, oh, you're the sun. Da, 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 so lovely. What they get wrong about you is the goblin. You are karma. Huh. How this affects you in relationships? Water. It's almost like there's a lot hidden here. Wow, this is really strong energy. Trojan horse is at the bottom. That's a crazy energy. The Trojan horse, somebody that appears as a lovely gift, but there's something inside. Oh, you are karma. Are you experiencing karma? Are you dishing it out, baby? One of the two. Yeah, because it's karma, like, right, that can be very specific. If it's like happening to someone around you and you're the result of that, that's a very, very specific energy for someone, right? Others perceive you as, okay, I feel like others, like, they feel like they know you really, really well. They feel like they have a really good idea about who you are, but I don't think they're right. I don't think they're right. You could be caught up in some type of problem right now. There could be something or someone sabotaging you, or maybe you were sabotaging something. What the HE double hockey sticks? Here, check out this karma card. Like, that's the thing. Like, we have to pull tarot on this because, right, karma is a concept of or force that governs the consequences of one's actions, often associated with the idea of cosmic justice or moral balance. It represents the belief that one's actions, intentions, and choices have an impact on their future experiences or fate. Karma follows the principle of what goes around comes around. It suggests that every action or choice a person makes has repercussions that will ultimately affect their life or destiny. Positive actions lead to positive outcomes, while negative actions result in negative consequences. Karmic entities are our teachers, cruel but fair. So you could be. I mean, don't know. I don't know how this is going for you. I know I'm just pulling cards, man. I'm just pulling cards. The goblin, what people get wrong about you. Let's tarot it. We need the tarot. First, okay, I got some questions about karma. Is this what someone would perceive as a positive or a negative karma? Let's just look at that. Okay, and then we'll see, is this you? Is this someone around you? Okay, is this what people would perceive to be a positive or a negative karma? And I think we all have similar perceptions, right? Like, about positive or negative for the most part. I said perceive because the universe says nothing is positive nor negative. It is just a consequence. Whoa, the Empress. That's good. That is a really good karma. Wow. The threes. The threes are really strong in this. They were relevant in another reading I did. I can't remember if it was a zodiac or a collective. Threes were really, threes coming up here. We have 113, and then we have 3 with the Empress, and then the Sun. I noticed it's 31, which is a bit of a mirror energy with the karma. If you take away 1, take away 1. Okay, so, and that is also your card in the deck, Taurus, Empress, Venus energy. You are very, very good karma. That's what you are right now. You are good karma, my friend. Is this just you? Are you experiencing really good karma right now? This is kind of like a blessing. This is the energy of a blessing. Let's get 3 more cards for it. Yeah, you've done good things, and good things are coming to you. That's who you are. All right, so, okay, that makes sense now. Because the sun, I was like, wow, do people like really not get you? What's going on here? Because the sun is a nice energy, how people perceive you. The Hierophant. Oh, the 10 of Swords. And the Fool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, this looks like, I don't know. What is it? I mean, there's something has happened, right? If it's karma. Because it looks like to me, you were in the kind of like the best energy. You have 2 cards here that are your energy, the Empress and the Hierophant. Like strictly Taurus energy. And it's funny, even if I say Taurus, like sometimes I see like a horse. I don't know why. Tauruc. But that's usually a bull, isn't it? Why would I see a horse? Why am I feeling that? Like horse energy, like this. I was going to say Sagittarius. It almost came out like Saskatchewan. I don't know. Maybe I got some Saskatchewan folks out there. Hey. That's a place I still want to visit. I want to visit Saskatchewan. Is Corner Gas out there? I want to go see that too. Anyway, sorry. Just to be a very few amount of people that are like have any idea what I'm talking about right now. Okay. Yeah, because this looks like you were betrayed though, my friend. You were betrayed in a bad way and kind of sent off on like a new fresh start here. You were betrayed in a really bad way. You also have the betrayal feels like it goes beneath who or what your energy is. With the Empress and the Hierophant, this could have been in a relationship. This could have been in a marriage. This could have been in a commitment that you made to some type of third body or institution or something like that. It could be tradition has betrayed you. Something has betrayed you. And it sent you off on this very fresh start with kind of like, okay, so I want to say you've cleared karma, or you're in the process of clearing karma as well. But no, there's a fresh start coming towards you. You've been betrayed in the worst way. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, your energy is just spectacular with the Empress and the Hierophant. This is somebody who really, truly brings beauty into the world that they live in. They beautify it. They walk gently on the grass, you know, even though she has her high heels on, I feel like she's walking on her toes so that, you know, the grass just springs right up again, like do no harm as you pass through kind of energy. And the Hierophant though, right, like that's almost like a commitment to being that type of energy, to being that type of person. And in the 10 of Swords, like, wow. It kind of gives me this feeling like showing up to be the best that you absolutely can, and to do the best that you absolutely can, and then get stabbed in the back over and over again. That's who you are. But you are off on a fresh start. So with the Fool, it also tells me karma's behind you. There's a whole story here. Like, so, right, it's good that we pulled the tarot out. I'm a tarot reader. So, because as just an oracle card, it just feels like a flat statement. Where when we pull out the tarot cards, it honestly, I can look at it and I can say, okay, I understand the dynamic and the energy of who you are and what you bring to the situations that you're involved in. I can see how that got turned around in some way, and I can see now that you have this fresh start. So it looks like I'm sort of like seeing the whole circle around that karma card, okay? So you do have fresh beginnings here. You're not bringing the past with you. So that's important to think about, right? You're not bringing the past with you. I feel like something has gone on here that has not been in alignment with who you are and what your energy is. And, right, because this Fool card coming, it speaks of freshness. It speaks of, if anything, you just deserve a fresh start, right? Not attached to anything else. There's nothing, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to make that clear. Okay, so others actually perceive you as the sun, which is a very nice energy. So, okay, the sun is also seeing things very clearly. So there's at least one other person, or there's a group of people, or just everyone in your life sees sees exactly what I just described here. Okay, it sees your value, sees what it is that you bring to life, sees how you nurture those around you, you nurture yourself, you know, like, it's nice, but something here is not right. So, I don't know. People see that this is true. The sun, the Two of Pentacles, the sun, very good at balancing. How others perceive you, good at balancing, perpetually balancing. Interesting how both coins are in the air. Like, maybe they perceive you as things in your life being up in the air. At least two elements of your life being up in the air. I never really was noted that before. Like, how both coins happen to be in the air at the same time. You can juggle a lot. The Eight of Cups. The Death card, and the Five of Wands. Okay, there's a part of your life here. It could be romantic just because of the way the card's depicted here with two people kissing in the background. She's walking away from that. She's walking away from her teddy bear. She's walking away from a house. She's walking away. It's almost like it gives me this impression of somebody walking away from like childhood dreams or childhood fantasies or girl-like fantasies. Life is perhaps not as romantic as one, you know, is kind of brought up to believe. Like, it's got kind of maybe a loss of innocence energy to it. But with the Death card, your rebirth though there's a struggle, there's conflict. It's almost as if you've walked away from some type of a little girl's fantasy, a little boy's fantasy, a romantic notion about life. You are in the process of a rebirth. It does feel like, though, that there's a certain area where you are not allowed access. Though, I don't know, the way these little ones stand there, like, you're not going that way. Going that way. If you want access, you're going to have to fight. You know, okay, so that's... These kids here, could you imagine? That's just not going to go well. That's not going to play out well in the media. You have to fight a bunch of kids. I don't care what they're doing to you. It's just, right, even if it's bad, it's still not going to look good on your side. So it's almost like, right, that feels like a Five of Swords energy. It doesn't matter what you do. You're just not going to look good coming out on the other side. So people really see you balancing. Yeah, something has gone on here that's like, woo. How others actually perceive you. Yeah. Okay. You're having a rebirth, but maybe even there's a struggle in rebirth here, or there's conflict. But that's interesting because you have the Fool card, though. I don't think there is. So people perceive that there is more of a conflict than what you have in your life. You're almost like you don't give a fuck. That too. Because, like, even if I look at these two cards, like, oh, it's, oh, I can't go this way. Oh, I can't go that. No. I'm like, well, no, he's going to go this way. But, I mean, he is about to walk off a cliff, so... Okay, so this is interesting. What others get wrong, mostly wrong about you. The Goblin. Maybe in sabotaging. Maybe the Ten of Swords, right? Like maybe there's something that's gone on here. Somebody has goblined you, and the Goblin is an energy that, here, let me tell you, it's an energy that kind of supports the devil. Say that like bad. It's not the devil itself. Goblins are malevolent creatures known for their cunning nature and association with dark and subterranean places. Goblins live in caves, underground lairs, or shadowy forests. They feel comfortable in isolated or hard-to-reach environments, preferring to dwell in hidden places away from human settlements. They enjoy mischief, causing chaos and creating problems. Their actions can range from harmless tricks to more harmful acts such as theft or sabotage. Goblins are dark creatures who commit evil deeds, but their powers are vastly inferior compared to demons, right? So, with the goblin and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, see, we're going to have to clarify those two, because I'm wondering if that has something to do with if you've been goblined here. Like somebody's done something to you. The goblin. Maybe you walked into a shadowy area that you shouldn't have. Goblins. Goblins. I just made that plural. Why? I don't know. Maybe there's been more than one goblin. Goblin. The King of Swords. Tell me about the King of Swords. The Page of Pentacles. So the Star. And the High Priestess. Why does Goblin feel like a kid? It's a short, just something about short people. I don't mean any offense to anybody who's short. Some of my best friends are short. Yeah, what is this? I don't know, something about people who are either shorter in stature. I just never, I feel like I'm really being drawn to certain specifics in the artwork here, right? Like he's pretty short. If you look at how close he is, like where the ground is, and perspective here to his hands, and he's short, and I guess they would typically be short. It could either be kids. There's some type of mischief amok here. The King of Swords feels like somebody creating a rule, a regulation. It could also be blocking some type of clarity. Like somebody is trying to be mischievous to block clarity in a path. Your path has been blocked. I have so much I want to clarify in this reading for you, because I wanted to see if the Ten of Swords was connected to the goblin, right? Like something has gone on here that's not right. It's not fair. It really does not feel like what has happened to you, and whatever has happened, that it is in alignment with any sort of karmic energy that you were due. Like it feels almost like the the scales of justice need to be rebalanced in your favor here in some way. And it feels like your way is blocked, or other people perceive this, that your way is blocked, and you're doing the best that you can to balance what you have. But so if your way is blocked and it doesn't look like you're letting that affect you. You're walking forward, but I'm worried because he is about to walk off a cliff with the Fool. Like you are walking into a direction here that you know very little about, which is the start of any journey in the tarot. The Fool is always there, so it is to be highly aware. So it's also interesting because the Page of Pentacles is someone who's in the process of learning as they move forward. This page is someone this is a hungry little guy. Maybe there's energies that have tried to vampire you with the goblin, because I don't want to say that this little one is bad. I just getting it's a way that the spirit shows me to follow the breadcrumb trail in a reading. Like sometimes it's a redhead and she shows up in certain areas, or sometimes it's a bearded man. In this case, it's short people. Just gonna say, and it's not that, maybe some short people did something to you, but it's nothing against short people. In another reading, it'll be tall people. So okay, yeah. So okay, the water card is interesting because water, how does affect your relationships? That's tricky because water changes a lot, dependent on the environment, right? So water in a very cold environment, once we get below the freezing level, or 0 Celsius, it starts to freeze. So it turns from liquid to a solid. If it gets extremely hot or windy, it can start to evaporate, right? And then it becomes like a gas. I don't know if it really, does it get gassy in the wind? But so, okay, I want to say your relationships can feel a little bit all over the place right now. There might be times where it feels like, depending on the environment, all of a sudden it could feel like you're frozen out of certain relationships. And then, you can go into another environment, or maybe the environment changes, and now everything just feels very free-flowing and communicative and emotional. And then other times it can almost feel like, I don't know, everything just combusts. That's kind of like how that comes across for me, and how this affects you in relationships. Because, you know, you've gone through something really difficult here. You are. Or maybe you are right now, right? Like, that's who you are. So the Water card. The Nine of Pentacles. How this affects you in relationships. Independent. Maybe there's an independence here. Well, that would make sense. If you have the Empress and the Hierophant, and that is the Ten of Swords, you have claimed there's, well, yeah, you do end up claiming an independence. Because the Hierophant is building with others. Empress is building with others. And that is like, no, not with the Ten of Swords. The Nine of Wands. So lots of nines here. Water is 109. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Wands. 3. There's your 3 again. 3, 6, and 9. Threes. I don't know why I'm being called to look at 3s and 9s for you. There's something in that. 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Cups. All right. See, I told you, 3s and 9s here. I know some of you are a bit into numerology. I don't know if that means something, but it's here. Oh, the Trojan horse comes out to a 9 too, 72. How this affects you in relationships. You're kind of independent from a lot of relationships, or at least one in particular. You are having a rough time connecting or building with others, and maybe from your past. You might even be trying to protect yourself from people from the past here. It feels like there's something between you and others. That's how this really feels. What's this Trojan horse? This is almost like something... Okay, I feel like it's probably connected to the Ten of Swords and the Goblin. Something went on here. Something presented itself as like a benevolent, lovely... But there was probably goblins inside. I keep saying goblins. How is the Trojan horse like coming to your door? How did it appear, right? It appears like a gift. The 8 of Swords. Well, that's interesting. It appeared as something like, okay, not talking about the artwork, because the artwork in itself says something else there. It does feel like it appeared as you could not see what was inside it at all. I'm going to say that with the 8 of Swords. You did not see what was coming inside this at all. Now, with that card, it appeared as a helping hand. Interesting, isn't it? It appeared as a helping hand, maybe at a time when you didn't know like what was going. You could have been just feeling like you were spiraling, falling down in this tornado. It appeared. Okay, what was really inside it? Oh, the 7 of Cups. Confusion. Confusion and illusions. A world of choices that you were maybe not prepared for. Distraction. Something came to you like a helping hand or reaching out, and it ended up being confusing. Oh, you got 2 7s here too, with 72 and 7. The Hanged Man. Wow, the 5 of Pentacles and the King of Cups. I just heard trying to ride that wave, right? The King of Cups could have been a lot of emotions here. It could have been emotional manipulation going on here. Yeah, this kind of feels like a bit like sabotage, because this 5 of Pentacles also feels like the energy of you, like this disconnected from abundance, from your abundance. The 6 of Cups and the Lovers is at the bottom. The 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups and the Lovers. Things that you hoped for in the past. You were on a path here. You were on like your path. I do have questions. I want to see how the 10 of Swords, the Goblin. I'm also curious about the Fool card, if there's anything you need to be cautious of. Okay, the 10 of Swords. Ace of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Damn. know. This feels like a group. Does this feel like a group? This is almost like being aware of a group that betrayed you. Being aware of a group that betrayed you. You weren't included in somebody's happiness plan? Okay, can you show me the goblin? Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. The Ten of Pentacles is I think it's a Capricorn energy, but I associate it's Earth energy, right? And the Empress is Earth. The Empress builds bounty and has bounty around her or him. And the goblin has basically taken what built you up and used it against you. That's what the goblin did. And it did it with the King of Swords. So it did it with nothing more than the movement of a pen. He also has his sword, right? He has his sword on the floor. He has a gavel here and his hand on the book. So this is like a rule, a law. This is something in writing, getting you to agree to something. And it's building, this Ten of Pentacles becomes the burden. And right, what is an Empress going to do? She's going to make things Ten of Pentacles. Probably even beyond that with the Hierophant energy. Take it to a major arcana. And that is used against you. That's what the goblin did. And I feel like the goblin entered as a Trojan horse. Almost like someone who's offering a helping hand here. But they end up creating confusion. Pauses. Isolation. And maybe even emotional manipulation. The fuck? Can you just give me this Fool card? Does Taurus have to be careful about any direction that they're walking in right now? Because it feels like you're trying to choose a path that is open to you, right? Because people are perceiving you as trying to juggle shit. You know, you can't go in that direction, or there's a big conflict there, or you have a big conflict in your life. So let's just look at the Fool. What is this direction that Taurus is walking towards? It landed on the Death card, so it's symbolizing a rebirth. It's reversed, or it's okay. It's the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles came out. So you are balancing. You are kind of balancing the past and the future as you're walking forward, and you're trying to make a new plan for yourself. Is there anything Taurus needs to be cautious of? Is there like really walking off a cliff? Or it could just be a step down. Oh no, there's jagged rocks. Anything you need to be cautious of? The Three of Pentacles just landed on the goblin. And it landed in reverse. I feel like there's someone or something around you that you shouldn't trust. The Hierophant, the Page of Wands, and the Strength card. There's something or someone here that you should hold off talking to. Tell me about the Hierophant, because that's there. Three of Swords, Chariot. Yeah, no. Three of Swords and Chariot. Ouch, and keep moving, my friend. It's like, here's the ouch, and now you're going this way. Man, this is like feeling like a real sabotage that happened here. And tell me about the King of Swords. This one, the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands. I kind of want to say that I feel like there's a little bit of this. Okay, there could be what others get wrong about you. I want to say the part of what they get wrong about you is the way you react. And that could be an internal reaction. It could be an internal reaction to healing. I think you've like gone through a lot of karmic energy, and you are on a fresh path. But there's a lot of history here. There's like a heavy history in this reading. The Star is at the bottom. Isn't that interesting? You have the Star and the Lovers at the bottom. Like finding your blessing. Maybe you're on your way to your blessings. too, because it looks like you've been through something hard. I'm going to go do the extended, Taurus. In the extended, we're going to turn the tables a bit here. I'm going to ask who they really are. Who is the, I don't know. There's nobody sitting over there, but yeah, who they are. Because we asked who you are. They could be anyone. It's whoever Spirit wants to talk about. It could be somebody that sabotaged you or something that sabotaged you. It could be a helpful friend. It could be a romantic interest. I don't know. I'm leaving that open to Spirit because it's who is most important to know about. I'm going to ask who they really are, how you perceive them, what you mostly get wrong about them, what positive and negative ways has this person affected you. Oh, there's 2 options in the description below for the extended if you would like to follow me there. Thank you so much, bovine babies. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.